Hey guys, quick question for you. Imagine you're told you have a serious, life-threatening illness. You've gone through every treatment available, and nothing has worked. You're told to prepare for the worst. But then, you're offered a chance, a single, last-ditch shot at a cure, a treatment so new it feels more like science fiction. Damn medicine. The cost, it costs millions of dollars. Would you do it? How do you even begin to wrap your head around that? This isn't some crazy hypothetical. This is the new reality, and it's not just a story of impossible choices. It's a story about good things happening in the world, the kind of things that are so massive and so new that they feel completely under our radar. So let's pull up a chair, and let's talk about the world of medicine, the one you don't care about on the news. This is about hope, about breakthroughs, and about why I am, for the first time in a long time, genuinely optimistic. I am a physician, and I've spent a lot of my career in the trenches of medicine, seeing the good, the bad, and the gut-wrenching. I work in an area known for one of the top cancer hospitals in the country, and let me tell you, I've seen some I've seen families cling onto a shred of hope, only to watch it get snatched away. I've seen patients go through chemo that racks them, only for the cancer to come roaring back with a vengeance. It is brutal. But lately, something has shifted. It's less like the ground beneath us is moving, but most people are too busy looking at the latest boomer on TikTok to notice. What I'm seeing, what my colleagues are talking about in hushed astrotones, is the revolution, and it has driven by two big ideas: CRISPR and immunotherapy. The SC revolution. Let's start with CRISPR. When I was getting my bachelor's and master's degrees, maybe 10-ish years ago, this job was just a twinkle in all our coats' eye. It was theoretical. Scientists were just figuring out that bacteria had this ancient, built-in immune system that could be used to edit DNA. We called it CRISPR, but it was just a name, a cool acronym for something that felt like it would be 1,000 years before it was ever used on a human. Fast forward to today, a company called CRISPR Therapeutics has not only used it on a human, but they've basically cured sickle cell disease in some patients. They created a treatment called Cascavi. It's not a bandage, it's a real deal, life-altering fix. For a disease that has caused so much pain and suffering for generations, the VE managed to switch off the genetic code that causes it, just gone. The treatment costs a cool $2 million, which is a whole other conversation, a heavy one about access and equity that we need to have. But think about what that means. It's a proof of concept. It's a signal flare to the world that genetic disease screens we once thought were a permanent, unchangeable part but who a person is can be fixed. We're talking about a future where we don't just treat symptoms, we go in and fix the fundamental blueprint. That's some wild, crazy, mind-blowing stuff. And that's just CRISPR. The other big dog in this fight is immunotherapy. If you've heard of immunotherapy, you might think it is just another form of cancer treatment. But it's not. It's the polar opposite of what we've been doing for decades. Traditional cancer treatments, chemo, radiation are basically scorched earth tactics. They kill cancer, sure, but they also kill the patient in the process. They ray blunt instruments. Immunotherapy is like giving the immune system a masterclass in hand-to-hand combat. Cancer cells are sneaky. They've evolved to be invisible to our own body as defenses. They put up a cloak, a sort of don't mind me saying that our immune cells just breathe right past. Immunotherapy is a way to pull that cloak off and teach the immune system exactly how to recognize and destroy those cancer cells without harming the healthy cells around them. When I was in medical school, this was a fantasy, a pipe dream. We did talk about it as this far-off possibility, but now I'm seeing way more patients on these treatments than ever before. We're being given new protocols, new guidance on how to manage the side effects. We're watching people with cancers that were once considered untreatable get a fighting chance, and in some cases, go into full remission. I see it every day. I see the look on a patient's face when they realize they're not getting a chemo drip, but a drug that is empowering their own body to fight back. It is a different kind of hope, a more profound hope, a glimpse of the future. Now, don't get me wrong. We are not at the point where you can just walk into the hospital and get your cancer genes edited out. Not even close. This is still the very, very early innings of a long game. The treatments we have are for a limited number of specific diseases, and they're crazy expensive. But what I want you to understand is the direction we are heading in. Imagine a future, maybe in your lifetime, where we can create a CRISPR treatment that finds and turns off the crucial cancer genes like P53 telomerase in only the exact, specific cancer cells. It would be a complete cure, a targeted strike with no collateral damage to the rest of your body. That still sounds like science fiction, I know. But so did curing sickle cell a decade ago. So did empowering Indian Cisco to hunt down cancer. The pace of these breakthroughs is exponential. What we thought was a 20-year time one might be a 10-year one. What we thought was a 10-year one might be just around the corner. We live in a world that's constantly screaming about all the things that are broken. It's easy to feel like the whole system is a dumpster fire that is sealing backward, not forward. And there's some truth to that, sure. But at the same time, in quiet labs and hospital rooms, a different story is being written. A story of human ingenuity, of perseverance, and of real, tangible progress. This is the good stuff happening in the world that no one's talking about. It's not flushy daughter doesn't get a billion clicks, but Muller's daughter is a reason to believe that we can solve it impossible. So, I'm curious, what do you think about all of this? Does the idea of this kind of targeted, personalized medicine give you hope? Or does the price tag make you feel like it's just a solution for the wealthy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.